welcome back to my channel, Terry and Bloom. I'm Terry and I'm gardening in Houston Zone 9B. So this will be a spring prep video. So basically it's really nothing going on right now because like I told you in the last few videos, like I hadn't done any concession plans. So it's kind of dead on the patio. I do have my garlic I can show y'all. It's doing good. Like this is my first time growing garlic. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm excited. So I will show you that later. But right now, I just wanted to put out a video and show you guys what I'm going to be doing, what I'm doing right now to prep for spring, like amending my soil and starting seeds, of course. We are 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks from my last frost date in Houston, which is March 1st, I believe it is. I think, yeah, if you go Google it, I think it is March 1st. So I'm going to start more seeds. I started some in December that did germinate. I started those early because some of those seeds, the packs, it's like they pretty old, like from 2021, 2020, 2022. So I was kind of shocked. Some of them, well, a lot of them did actually germinate, so I was excited about that. So I'm gonna plant some more. But I just wanted to show you guys what I use to start my seeds, or my soil, or what I use in my soil, and then I'm gonna show you some of the seedlings I'm gonna start today. So stay tuned. Okay, so everything I'm about to show you, you can find in your big box stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, Tractor Supply, or even Amazon. You don't have to use this, but these are some of the things that I use. I just say use what works for you. So this is, I think I showed you this the last time. This is the traditional seed starting mix, or yeah, seed starting potting mix that I would usually use. I'm not using this year because I really don't need to use it because I already have a lot of soil. I'll show it to y'all later. That's outside, so I'm not going to use it, but I just wanted to show it to you just in case like you don't want to go my route. This is an option. If you want to start your seeds, you can just use your traditional seed starter mix. Like I said, you can buy any box store. Oh, that's weird. And I'll show it to you. It's just basically like a fluffy soil. It's a fluffier potting soil, and it'll be easier for your seedlings to grow. And it has all the nutrients that your seedlings need to start in the seed development process, like all the plant foods and everything and organic matter. So this is a route for if you don't want to, like I say, use my route. Then this is what I use for my, I use this for like my soil, like for seed starting, and just for my potting soil in general. I start using the seed starting mix. It's basically, it's coconut coir, and it's compressed soil. Well, let me be honest, coconut coir is not soil, it's a soil alternative. So instead of using your traditional pine soil, it's an alternative. It's light and it's fluffy. I did not use this to expand it, but you can see it, like it basically expands into like this fluffy soil like fibrous texture. So it manipulates soil, but it's not soil. But it's a good way to start your seeds because this is all you need in the beginning of the seed process. Seed starting process is a nice airy soil like texture for your seedlings. And the good thing about the coconut coir, it has good moisture retention, which is good for your seedlings to grow for the germination process, because you do want it to be in like fluffy soil, not like with too much I'm trying to say, you just don't want it to be in a dense soil. You want it to be in a nice airy fluffy soil type, so it can, with good aeration and good air circulation. So this is what I use. But the only thing about using the coconut coir, it doesn't have any nutrients. It lacks nutrients Well, not for your seedling. For your seedling, it has its own nutrients starting out, so you don't have to worry about that for your seedling. But if you decide to use this as a potting mix or in your garden, you will need to amend this. So I'm gonna show you what you need to put in to kind of like give it the nutrients it needs for your plants outside. So one of the things, or two of the things I do use, they pretty much one and the same, but I like using both. One is perlite and one is vermiculite. They both are good for aeration and drainage, but they do the same thing, but kind of not the same thing. It's good to have both. You don't need both, but it's good to have both. So for the vermiculite, the reason why it's good, vermiculite is good for moisture retention and nutrients retention. So I wanted to show you what it looked like. So it's like this rocky-like looking type of pebble, but it's lightweight. It doesn't do anything, but it's good for your soil. But like I said, nutrients retention, moisture retention. And then you also have vermiculite. No, perlite. I already said this is the vermiculite and this is the perlite. The perlite is the same. It's basically used for aeration and drainage, but it's better for the soil for the drainage. I mean, they do the same, but together they work wonderful to me. You don't need both because they both do the same thing, but I feel like the vermiculite is more, it retains the nutrients more than the perlite. And it's just basically like these white pebble looking things. I don't know if you can see it, if it's picking it up, but I add some of that to my soil. And I say add it based off of, ooh, I'm sorry. You can add it based off of the instructions are telling you, or child, I just be whatever I feel like it's enough, to be honest. Another thing that I do use that you do need for your soil is important is blood meal, which is your nitrogen in your soil. So you definitely need this. Now, I wanted to tell y'all, this is not organic garden. Yes, this is adding amendments and everything. It's not considered organic garden. Now, I wish I could organic garden, but I just don't have the space for like natural compost and everything. It's a lot of garden videos out there for that. So if you're interested in more of an organic approach, I would say go look for more of a gardener that's doing organic gardening. I'm using certain, like, what you wouldn't call natural garden. So let me just put that out there. So this is the blood meal. This is a natural source of nitrogen. Now, when you are purchasing this, you do want to pay attention to the numbers on the these three numbers. You're gonna always see these three numbers. Basically, it stands for. Well, let me get the other stuff in. Wait, let me finish this first. Let me show you what the blood meal is, and then I'll show you the bone meal, and then I'll go over what is called NPK. Oh my God, girl. So, like I said, this is a blood meal, and this is what it looks like. And y'all make sure y'all using gloves when you're using this stuff or handling with this stuff. But it's like a real fine black powder looking stuff. But yeah, you want to add this to your soil for blood, the blood meal for nitrogen. And then I also use bone meal, which is your phosphorus. Phosphorus. I can't even say it, y'all. To the soil. And it's like this powdery, I can't do it. Like a powdery type, fine mesh type of Ooh. But this is what you add if you want to add the phosphorus to your soil. So with that being, I didn't get I also add black cow to my soil. I'll show y'all the bag when I'm outside, but it's outside. It's a big bag, child. It's cow. It basically is, black cow is cow manure. And it's basically good for natural microbiotics. I say microbiotics, but like natural nutrients and adds organic matter to the soil. Okay, so now that I've showed you what I put in my soil, let me go over NPK, which NPK stands for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Yeah, potassium. So the nitrogen these are like 3 essential micronutrients that you need for your plant, for healthy plant growth. So the nitrogen is good for leaf growth and color. The phosphorus is good for the fruiting, flowering, and the fruiting and flowering of the plant. And the potassium is good for the roots and the stems of the plant. So those are like the 3 essential nutrients you would want to put into your plant. Okay, so I went over the soil that I use for my seed starting. So now I want to show you what I use for my seeds to put in my seeds. And it's basically this tray. And it's like I said, everything I'm showing y'all you can find on Amazon or even at any big box store. So this is the seed starting tray that I have. And this is the one with the dome. And it comes with this little scoop I think I showed y'all, but this is what the tray looks like. I already filled it up with soil and moistened my soil because I'm gonna go ahead and plant some seeds in here afterwards. So it's pretty moist, but I got these trays. It comes in like a pack of 5. I got it off of Amazon. I got these trays maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I still have a bunch of the middle parts left, like the cell part, but the bottom part, it came with 5. This is the only one I have left. I like it. This is my favorite way to start the seeds, but the integrity of it over time does break down. So also consider that when you're buying some of this stuff, when it's like plastic like this, it does break down. I think this year maybe I'm going to invest in different seed starting trays, but you don't have to use this. Like, this is what I use. The reason why I want to invest in different ones is because I want something that's going to last longer over time. And also, this is kind of big. I don't really need these mini cells, but I always like to plant extra just in case. I don't really need these mini cells, so I'll probably look for something like with less cells and something more like durable. But this is not the only thing that I have that I use. Let me show you what else I have. I also have these little pots. I got these off of Amazon too. This is another one. These don't come with like any type of trays to stick them in. You can buy it separately, and they also have like domes you can buy to put over it individually because you want some type of like something like this, like a dome over it while it's still in this germination process to kind of trap in the heat. Again, these are plastic. Now they don't look bad, but you could tell like how they kind of bend over time. I just don't like using these as much because they're kind of bulky and I don't have nothing to sit them in, but I can probably go buy the tray that it goes with. I might go ahead and do that. I said I wasn't gonna buy no more garden materials. Girl, child friend, garden does not have to be expensive. But I learned that after I paid a lot of money for a lot of stuff. So you can, I'm gonna show y'all like different ways I've seen people grow and start seeds. It don't have to be expensive, trust me. So this is an option. You can find you can find this at your on Amazon or Home Depot, Lowe's. They have stuff like these. And then sometimes if you go to Home Depot, Lowe's, if they just now like transplant or up potting, they may give you like free pots. So ask them. This is another thing I use to start seeds. Well, this is usually like what I use. I'm gonna probably show y'all this a little. I don't want to show it to you now. I should show you this later because this is usually when I'm transplanting up potting. But this is a method I use. But you can use like smaller styrofoam cups. Use smaller ones and get you like a like one of those big what's it called? What am I trying to say? Aluminum foil pans. You know, the ones that come with like the little cover. And get you some like little cups. Friend, and start you some seeds. Put it by a window and light. So this is an option you can use. Another thing I also use is my heated mat. This is a heat mat for my seedlings. A lot of the seedlings, not all of them, but most seedlings, a good way to get your seeds to germinate and get them to germinate quick is with heat. So you can get one of these. I bought this from, I think Amazon or maybe Walmart. I think I bought one of them from Walmart. But you can buy this from Walmart. You don't need it. You can use like your laundry room or somewhere where it's like kind of humid and you don't need the heat mat. But I use this just to help with the germination process, and it speeds up the germination process because this time we're like my cucumber seedlings germinate in like 3 days. So this does speed up the process. And I'm going to show you my lights. This is my current setup for my germination station, I guess you can call it. I got this little stand at Walmart. I think it was like 40 bucks. And at the top, you can see that's my other heat mat. I got that one at the top. And then the rest I have like my little grow lights. I got this grow light from Walmart. And the other ones I got from Amazon, which I kind of set that up and rigged it up myself, child. Okay, so now I'm going to show y'all some of the seeds I'm going to be starting indoors since this spring is coming up. Mostly around this time, the best type of seeds to start indoor would be like your tomato plants, pepper plants. As far as like flowers, like marigolds, zinnias, you can start them now. You can also, like if you want to grow eggplant, I'm not going to do eggplant. You can start your eggplants. It's a good time to also try to get out some cucumbers if you want. I already got mine started, but that's because the seeds were old. I'm so happy they germinated. But you can also still do your cucumbers for like spring, late spring. And then if you want to still grow like your leafy type of vegetables, you can do like lettuce, kale, or spinach. I'm gonna also do some peas. I love these little peas, and I'm gonna grow me some more. I try to plant one of these. I only did one seed. I don't know why I did one, but I only planted one in December because the pack, this is from 2022. But I love these things, and I'm hoping I can get them to germinate. I forgot to save some seeds from last year, so I'm gonna make sure I remember to do so. So hopefully I can get these sugar baby peas or sugar daddy peas to germinate. I got these from Baker's Creek. Then as far as tomatoes, I'm not gonna do like too many tomatoes because I still have my Creole tomato that I'm growing. And I'm going to do another one. I'm going to start another one. I started one the last time, but it didn't germinate. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to do another Creole tomato. And I'm going to start the pink bumblebee. This is an old seed pack. This is from 2022 too. So I'm going to try to see if I can get this to germinate and grow some of these. I already got the other two. I got these two. These are from Baker's Creek Rareseeds.com. These are already under the grow lights. So, and I wanted to try this one. Also, this is the yellow pear. These were good and cute. So I want to try those again this year. And what else? And then I'm going to do more zinnias. And I said I was going to start marigolds. This is my last pack of marigolds. I was shocked. So I definitely need to get some more of these. These are good for pest repellent. So I definitely want to grow some more of these. I didn't get any successful flowers to bloom last year. Like it looked like it wanted to bloom, but nothing happened. They just ended up dying off on me. So I don't know what I did wrong. So and then I have more zinnias. I like the zinnias. Zinnias are very pretty and they're easy to grow. And I also wanted to try sweet pea this year. So that's the flowers and the tomatoes, and the peas. I pulled out my nasturtiums, but I don't think I'm going to start these indoors. I think I'm gonna do a direct sow. These are better to direct sow. It said it on the back of the pack. I don't know why I didn't do it last year. I tried it last year. I did get it outside and transplanted, but once I transplanted, it kind of just died off, and they said it's better to direct sow these. So what I'm gonna do is when I transplant my cucumbers outside, they said these are good companion plants, and the nasturtiums are good companion plants for cucumbers. So I'm just gonna throw it in the same little grow bag with my cucumber transplant. Once I put them outside, just pull the pack out to remind me to keep it out so I can remember. And my peppers, I already have a not a peanut pepper over there, which is this one. This is by Baker's Creek. This is another seed pack that is pretty old from 2022. So I was happy this one germinated. I'm gonna do another one though, because I like these. I like the jalapenos because they're not hot at all, but it still gives you like the jalapeno flavor. So I like growing these. And I got the regular traditional jalapenos. And then the poblano peppers, 2022, another old seed pack. Nothing happened, so I'm gonna try these again. These are the California Wonders. Who don't grow bell? I mean, everybody don't like bell peppers, but I use bell peppers all the time. And I pulled these out, but I'm not for sure if I'm going to do the red bell pepper. I'm still debating. And then I have the pepperoncinos I'm gonna do. These were good. I thought about doing my banana peppers, but I don't think I'm gonna do banana peppers this year because they was hot. So those are like the seedlings I'm gonna start so far. And most likely I'm gonna start more. I don't usually fill that whole seed cell tray up the first week. So I usually don't fill it up like the first time around, but I'll go back and plant more seeds like as the weeks go on. But so far that's what that's what I plan on starting today. And I'm debating. I pulled out my seedling, my herb seedling, but I don't know if I'm gonna start any or I'm just going to wait until, because most of these I want to direct sow outside. I tried it earlier. Well, I said earlier. I tried in December. Nothing's happened so far. So I think I'm just gonna go back out there and sprinkle some more seeds in the soil in the pots I already have to see what happened as far as my herbs. And then I'm still going through my seeds, my case to see what I have. And then I'm gonna start pulling out my summer seeds so I can have those ready. But that's pretty much it. That's what I've been doing lately, y'all. It's been slow. It's not really nothing going on around this time of the year, especially in the wintertime. I mean, it could be something going on, but I just inconsistent plant. But hopefully, that's why I'm doing the YouTube, because I was like, maybe this will help me with being consistent with planting, because I will get lazy. Or like last year, the summer just kind of burned me out. So that's why I didn't do any fall and winter planning, because summer was like rough. But I'm trying to find easier ways to garden so it won't be as rough. I don't know. I'm just trying different things. Like I told y'all in the beginning, I'm still new to it. I'm still learning. So, you know, if y'all have any tips and tricks, let me know in the comments. But that's all I have for y'all right now today. So, but thank you for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and see you on the next one. Bye.